All right, we are looking at the review. First thing we're going to do, because this is worth points, right? We're going to graph this. So we're going to go over 1, up 2, and I'm going to label it E, and I'm literally going to write 1, 2 next to it. For F, I'm going to go over 1, up 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. F, over 1, up 7. So far, so good? You guys agree? You guys are doing this with me, or you're looking at your own? Okay. G, we're going to go over 11. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, up 7. Here's G. 11, 7. And H, I'm going to go over 11, up 2. There it is. What shape do we think that is? Okay, let's go through and prove it. All right. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I know that some of my students in my other class said, but how do I make a triangle out of these? Don't confuse yourself, guys. Let's look at this. If we're going to go from E to F, I went up how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. This is what your quiz is going to look like too. Ones like this. Okay. F to G. I'm at 1. I go over to 11. So F to G, I went over 10. G to H, I went down 5. And H to E, I went over 10. Okay? If that confuses you, you can always use the distance formula. Okay? Which looks like this. All right? If we're going to use E, we've got 1, 2, and F is 1, 7. I'm just going to do this one because I want to be able to move on pretty quick here. But this is my x1, y1, x2, y2. So I'm going to say x2, which is 1, minus x1, which is 1, squared plus y2, which is 7, minus y1. Could I have put my y's before my x's? Could I have said y2 minus y1 squared plus x2 minus x1 squared? Is 2 plus 3 the same as 3 plus 2? Yeah. So it's the same thing. It doesn't matter because it's addition. All right? And I'm still going to get 5 when I plug this into my calculator. All right, let's talk about the slope because that was a little more confusing with this. The slope to EF. I'm going to go up how many? 5. I'm going to go over how many? So to get from E to F, I went up 5. Did I go over any? I didn't go. I want to get from E to F. So I went over how much? 0. Put that in your calculator right now. Put 5 divided by 0, everybody. What does it say? What's it say? Undefined. That's fine. That doesn't mean your answer is wrong. Okay? If we're going F to G, I go over 0. I go up 0 over 10. What's 0 divided by 10 in your calculator? Put it in there. What's 0 divided by 10? 0. And I'm going to tell you right now, G to H is going to be the same thing. We get undefined. We get 0. The nice thing about 0 undefined is like this. Do you see the floor? This is 0 slope. Right? I'm not moving up at all. I can just scoot around. Okay? This is undefined. I can't climb this wall. But what's nice, 0 and undefined make what degrees? 90 degrees. They're perpendicular. So right here, before we move to the back page, opposite sides are congruent, right? Right here, opposite slopes are parallel, and adjacent slopes are perpendicular. Why do I write this on the side? So when I get to the end, I have something to say. Okay? All right, I'm going to turn it over. Okay, I'm going to turn it over. I've got F to H and E to G. The names of all of these straight down are the same. F to H, E to G, F to H, and E to G. We're okay with that? Now, the lengths, this is when I can use my colored pencil. All right, I'm going to go up 5 over 10. So that's 5 squared plus 10 squared equals c squared. So I get 125 equals c squared. Square root both sides. I get the square root of 125. You can find out the decimal equivalent. I believe it's 11.8. Same thing. Okay? E to G, guess what? It's going to be the same answer. Square root of 25 or 11.8. So we write right here to the side. You ready? Diagonals are congruent. Okay, the slopes. It's rise over run, right? So if I turn back, please don't talk while I'm talking. If I turn back, I went up 5 to the right 10, right? 5 over 10 gives me, and we're going F to H. If we're going F to H, it's this way. So that's down 5 to the right 10. So it's negative. So I get 1/2. This one's going to be 10 over 5. That gives me positive 1/2. Okay, so diagonals are not perpendicular. Not. It's perpendicular. Okay. Midpoints. I'm going to go x1 plus x2 divided by 2. y1 plus y2 divided by 2. And what do I get? Who did this one? 6.6 and 4.5. And it's the same for both of them. So this means they bisect. So what shape did you put down, guys? Rectangle, right? And what are some reasons? If we look at the front, what does this say right here? Opposite sides are congruent. What does it say for part C? It says opposite sides are parallel. For part C, it also says adjacent sides are perpendicular. It also says on the front here on the back here we've got diagonals are congruent. I've got 2 more reasons. Diagonals are not perpendicular, and the diagonals bisect. So it only said 4 reasons, but I have 6, so you only have to have some of them. Does this sound good? If you like to make your triangles, especially for like the diagonals, get colored pencils now. Put your phones in your backpacks. Your backpacks at the front. The formulas are on the back. And we should be all set.